How did you find out your partner was cheating on you? I once had a dream about my husband cheating. In that dream, I even saw the phone password, the one I'd never asked for. I woke up, typed it in, and there she was, the same girl from my dream. My husband took a medical test for our pregnancy plans at my clinic. That evening, I wanted to prank him and said his test came back positive for HIV. He broke down crying and begged for forgiveness. Turns out, he had cheated on me recently, in a sauna. My ex saved his lover's number in his phone as my love, Megaphone, and I was just my love. I didn't even realize at first the messages weren't with me, until I noticed that Megaphone was the mobile operator, and I had a different one. This one's hard to write. I hope no one who knows me recognizes it. My friend died in her lover's apartment, while his wife was away. When the wife came home, she found a half-dressed woman lying on their bed. No crime, just death in the moment. I walked into the room and saw him kissing our mutual friend. When I asked, "What the hell?" he said, "I was helping her find the remote." I was stunned by the stupidity of that excuse. I once dreamed he was cheating with the woman I already suspected. She wasn't even attractive. He used to say, "Her? Have you seen her?" Later, a photo of a chocolate bar led me to investigate, and I eventually found them drinking together in a car. Later learned they were sleeping together. Divorce followed. In our town, a couple who were having an affair rented an apartment for their secret meetings. They died there, from a gas leak. A couple of years before his affair, I found his Apple ID and password by accident, and saved it. When he started going on business trips to St. Petersburg on weekends, I checked Find My iPhone. Turns out, he was in a Moscow hotel, took a walk around Red Square at night, then went to a friend's apartment outside the city. The next morning, he had breakfast with his lover and drove her to the station. I watched every step live. By the time he came home, his suitcase was already waiting at the door. Once, in our town, a young couple crashed their car on a dangerous curve. Both died. Later, witnesses said the girl suffocated because the guy's body part was in her mouth. That's how the whole town learned about their affair. The man had a wife and kids. I found out when he accidentally called me from his pocket. I listened as they drove to his house. Meanwhile, I got ready, put on makeup, dressed up, and showed up right there. When I was on a work trip, she came to my house. I could tell because my perfumes and makeup were slightly moved. I know exactly how I keep them. When I confronted her later, she said, "You've got amazing perfumes." Classy, huh? My friend's story still gives me chills. Her husband brought his mistress to their family house while his mother was at the bedside of her dying older son in another city. The mistress put on the wife's clothes and took photos with a smug smile, taken by the husband himself. The wife found those pictures later. And that mistress? She had a husband and grown-up kids too. I checked the dashcam, saw him driving around all day with his lover, talking about me. A few days later, I waited for them near that same apartment. We'd been married for 13 years. One day, he came home at 7 a.m. from an office party, drunk, happy, and filthy. I wanted to wash his jacket, checked the pockets, and found an open pack of condoms. A few hours later, a woman texted me saying she wanted to date my husband, because he told her we'd divorced long ago and were just friends for the kid. When he woke up, I was already dressed up and looking great. I showed him the message and said, "My turn to go out." Took the condoms, left him with our daughter for 2 days. Came back at 6 a.m. with flowers and new clothes. Told him, "Learn from me. Your new girl sucks, and so do you." That was the end of us. My ex posted a story from the sauna, filming the TV and PlayStation. I was in another city with our kid, and I could clearly hear dishes being washed in the background. Funny thing, we never had a dishwasher. An hour later, I was at our house. The picture I walked into said it all. Weird calls. Hair on the pillow. That smell. Cigarette butts of a brand he never smoked, in the bathroom. Perfectly washed dishes, trash always taken out, just in case a used condom showed up. We broke up, of course. They got married fast, had a kid. He ended up losing custody after years of court drama. A friend of mine kept home videos with his mistress on his family computer, the one everyone had access to. Not even password protected. I found out through tagged photos on social media, his mistress had posted them. His reply? "That's not me, it's Photoshop." My landlord abroad once told me that her niece went on a trip with my husband, his lover, and her daughter. All together. Small world, huh? He went out with a friend to buy drinks. I saw them go into the building. 30 minutes later they came back, both covered in blood. Turns out, the girl's period started, and they were too drunk to notice. Once, I dreamed of a brunette girl who said she was sleeping with my man. I watched him afterward, and sure enough, found a second phone in his pocket with calls and texts. Guess what? She was brunette. He had 2 iPhones synced to one iCloud. Left one at home, said he was at a friend's. I refreshed the photo feed, and there it was, a hotel mirror pic with his legs and a half-naked woman. Sent to his buddy. Show off. Later another girl called me by mistake. That's how I found out he was living a double life. Funny thing, she was actually nice, we even talked it through. I once let my boyfriend borrow my car. Got a speeding ticket, and in the photo, he's there, with another woman. He never paid the fine, by the way. When I was still in school, our elementary teacher's husband and his young lover, a student from the same school, died in a car crash. The train hit them at a railroad crossing. A guy I dated for 9 months told me a story about his ex. As he talked, something felt off. I asked when it happened. Last summer, he said. My gut screamed he was lying. Turns out, he never broke up with her, he was cheating on his fiancée with me the whole time. We trusted each other completely, even knew each other's phone passwords just in case. One night I suddenly woke up, sat up, and knew I had to check his phone. There it was, a chat with someone I'd never suspect. The beginning was deleted, but the last messages stayed. We broke up that night. Still don't know what pushed me to check. I once dreamed about how he'd behave after cheating, staring blankly, silent, distant. A month later I saw that same look in real life. I asked, "Did you cheat on me?" He froze. I said, "You're wondering how I know, right?" And he whispered, "Yes." I smiled and said, "You won't believe it, I dreamed it." Then I left and never came back. I know a guy who accidentally used his mistress's color depositing shampoo in the shower. Went home to his wife, with orange hair. I was going to bed, he was in another room, and suddenly I knew he was cheating. No proof, just a gut feeling. 2 days later, I found the messages, and photos. And finally, my boyfriend once told me himself, that my best friend was 4 months pregnant with his baby. Change in behavior. Sudden mood swings. New passwords. Old photos deleted from socials. Even the smell, different. There are always little signs if you pay attention. They told me I was paranoid. In the end, it turned out he was spending all that busy family time with her. And as soon as he got the divorce papers, he ran off on vacation with her, and moved in right after. For months, everyone made me look like the crazy one. Once, my boyfriend went to a restaurant with friends. They got wasted. His buddy called me asking for my address so he could drop him off. I put him to bed, and then, his phone rings. Normally, I never touch his phone. But that night, I picked up. Silence. I checked the number, it was his ex. He made excuses, I believed him. We still broke up a couple months later. I never did tarot readings about him, everything was fine. But one night, something felt off. I pulled the cards, and they said, 2 guys going out to party with girls. I called him, and guess what? He was already there, partying. Confessed right away. For 6 months, I dreamed that I caught him cheating and scratched his face. I'd wake up crying. He'd roll his eyes and say, "What a crazy dream. Guess why we broke up 2 weeks ago?" And guess who walked around later with claw marks on his face? I felt it from day one. And when they went on vacation behind my back, it hit me physically, like a neon sign flashing, "He's cheating." He denied everything until I showed him the photos. My ex once added a married woman to his friends list. I told myself not to overthink it, but I couldn't shake the feeling. I dreamed they were together. One night, while he slept, I checked his phone. Their chat wasn't just friendly. I trusted my intuition ever since, and I'm grateful to that woman, because she helped me see who he really was. That pain pushed me to grow. I realized my boyfriend was cheating because of a corkscrew. It was in the wrong kitchen drawer. He never drank wine. Ever. You can even spot cheating by how he ties a condom afterward, trust me. My ex suddenly started using cologne every day. Before that, only on special occasions. One day I was home doing chores, and the thought just hit me, he's cheating. I called, he said he was at the store with his uncle. A week later, his mistress sent me a video from that exact time, of them cuddling while buying wine for the night. Once, I dreamed my boyfriend's phone password, and it worked. Later he dumped me, but never changed it. I still laugh about that one. I dreamed of a reddish dog once. Dreambook said, "You have a rival." Didn't know it yet, but his new girl really was a redhead. Another time I dreamed I visited a friend and asked if she was seeing my boyfriend. In the dream, she confessed everything. A week later, he started disappearing, and I found out he'd been going to her. Even the color of her shirt matched the dream. I was 14, first love. I dreamed I saw him in the park with a blonde. Next day, I told him, laughing. He panicked and said, "Don't believe your dreams, they lie." Later, I found out it was all true. Ever since then, I dream about cheating exactly when it happens. I always knew my boyfriend's phone password but never checked it. One night he passed out drunk, and my gut screamed to look. I opened his messages, and there she was, his childhood ex. They were telling each other, "I still love you, you're my universe." She was married, with 4 kids. He told her I was just a temporary woman. I hit him with the phone to wake him up. He cried, said, "It wasn't me, it was the alcohol, I love only you." I told him, "When you're drunk, I wash you, shave you, take care of you, and that's my reward." I told him to let that woman take care of him next time. That's the day I started loving myself more. One summer, my boyfriend went to his parents' house. When he called, his voice sounded off. My gut said, he cheated. He denied it. Later, I found out he'd slept with his ex and, the same day, hit on another girl. My fiancé went back to his hometown before our wedding to take care of things. I dreamed of a Kazakh girl with long hair. Turned out, it was true.